Imagine you're a miner, working deep underground with a few fellow workers. Everything seems normal, until suddenly, the ground begins to tremble violently, and a thunderous explosion erupts. The mine walls collapse, rocks and soil crash down, and you're buried in darkness. You can't contact anyone, no signal, no way to call for help. The only backpack you have contains a small amount of food and water, enough for just a few days. With no sunlight to mark the passing of time, you lose all sense of day and night. The darkness is absolute, making time feel frozen. Well, that's exactly what 33 miners in Chile went through during the 2010 Copiapó mining accident. Trapped 700 meters underground, the same depth as the height of the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. But instead of standing atop a symbol of human achievement, they were entombed in endless darkness, with no light and no connection to the outside world. They struggled with despair and fear, emotions anyone in that situation would inevitably face. The San José Mine, one of the most important in northern Chile, became the epicenter of a miraculous rescue mission. After 69 days, despite what seemed like an impossible situation, the miners were brought back to the surface, alive. This is a story of hope, unity, and unwavering determination. On the 5th of August, 2010, around 2 p.m., disaster struck the San José Mine near Copiapó in northern Chile. This mine, which had been operating since 1889, was an important source of copper and gold. Despite over a century of use, its outdated infrastructure and lack of maintenance had turned it into a ticking time bomb. A section of the mine collapsed, trapping 33 miners beneath tons of rock and earth. The miners were stuck 700 meters below the surface, in an area barely 50 square meters wide. The underground conditions were brutal: humid air, complete darkness, and temperatures reaching up to 30 degrees Celsius. Food and water were extremely limited, and the workers were staring down the barrel of despair. Rescue teams were quickly mobilized, but no one knew for sure if the miners were still alive. It was a terrifying scenario, and no one could say with confidence whether any of them would make it out alive. The San José mine suffered two major collapses. The first on August 5th, 2010, when a large section of the mine gave way, burying 33 miners underground. The second collapse, on August 7th, made hopes of survival even slimmer. But the rescue teams refused to give up. From the day of the initial collapse until August 17th, they worked relentlessly, drilling boreholes deep into the earth, searching for any sign of life from the trapped miners. After 5 grueling days, in the pitch-black darkness, as hope began to fade, something changed. A breakthrough finally came. Drill hole number 8 pierced through the thick rock, reaching close to the miners' shelter nearly 700 meters beneath the Chilean desert. In those tense days, the miners wrote short messages and taped them to the tip of the drill using heat-resistant tape. Whenever the drill head breached their narrow space, they gently tapped on it, sending signals back up to the surface. And then, the moment that changed everything, when the drill was pulled back, a small piece of paper was attached to its tip. It read, "Estamos bien en el refugio los 33, which means, we, the 33, are well in the shelter. That message marked the most pivotal moment of the rescue operation. For the first time, everyone above ground knew with certainty the miners were alive. From that moment on, the rescue effort shifted into a higher gear, carefully planned, systematic, and now filled with real hope. In the first 17 days after the mine collapse on August 5, 2010, the Chilean miners faced extremely harsh survival conditions underground. When the mine collapsed, they were trapped 700 meters below ground with no light, no communication with the outside world, and no way to call for help. Facing hunger and the risk of despair, they shared their limited food supplies, which would only last for the first 2 days. Each miner had only 2 spoonfuls of tuna, half a piece of bread, and half a glass of milk every 48 hours. They had to ration their food carefully, eating as little as possible to survive during these days of hunger and deprivation. The lack of food caused them to feel persistent hunger, while fatigue gradually took over their bodies. By the 19th day, when doctors confirmed that they were still alive, tests showed that many miners had digestive systems nearly shut down. Insulin production had ceased, and their muscles were beginning to waste away due to hunger and having to sleep on the hot rocks underground. At this point, survival relied not only on food but on mental strength and endurance. The doctors recommended doubling their daily water intake and sent down liquid protein and essential medications to aid their recovery. A pigeon pipe was inserted through the drill hole, extending from the surface to their shelter. Through this pipe, the rescue team sent down nutrient-rich food, liquid protein, vitamins, and water to maintain their health and prevent serious issues. The miners also received soap, shampoo, skin creams, and razors, helping to improve personal hygiene in the cramped, humid environment. A sanitation system was set up in a tunnel 800 meters long, where they dug a hole and used a small waterfall for bathing. To maintain their spirits, music players, movies, and Bibles were sent down to help the miners stay entertained and connected to the outside world. Despite living in hot air with limited oxygen, a ventilation and electrical system was installed to sustain life and help them adapt to the biological rhythms of the surface. Additionally, air from the surface was pumped into the tomb-like shelter to help the miners breathe more easily. Unlike coal mines filled with toxic methane gas, the San José Mine had humid air, hot but with only 20% oxygen. To prevent the miners from living in total darkness, small fluorescent lights were lowered. Thanks to a 500W electrical system underground, lights were turned on during the day and off at night to help their bodies adjust to the biological rhythms on the surface. On August 26, 2010, they used a camera to capture life underground and send these images to their families.
¿Aló? Sí, lo escucho.
Está hablando el jefe turno Luis Ursúa.
Luis Ursúa, acá habla el ministro de Minería, Lawrence Goldborn.
Estamos bien, con los ánimos esperando que nos rescaten.
These videos were later published, showing that the miners were still alive and maintaining hope. They also sent letters, notes, and tapping signals through the pipe to communicate with the rescue team, creating an essential link between them and the outside world. But the story didn't end there. The rescue team's goal was not only to confirm their survival, but also to find a way to bring them out of the earth. As the drilling plan was put into motion, concerns about the chances of success began to weigh heavily on the rescue team. Each drill hole dug 700 meters deep, with no guarantee of reaching the miners in such a narrow space, increasing the tension. With the harsh conditions and the increasingly desperate situation, the rescue team could not rely on just one plan. Therefore, the rescue team decided to implement 3 rescue plans, each with a different drill and drilling location. This strategy aimed to increase the chances of success while maintaining flexibility to handle unexpected situations. Each drill was designed to approach the miners from different positions, with the hope that at least one drill would lead them out of their underground prison. However, no one could guarantee the outcome, and everyone understood that this was a race against time and fate. How could 33 people be brought up from a depth of 700 meters underground? That was the challenge, requiring not only drilling techniques and modern technology, but also perfect coordination between the rescue teams, government support, and international organizations. In a seemingly impossible situation, the perseverance, determination, and tireless efforts of the rescue team became the key to opening the door of hope for the 33 miners and the entire world. To bring the trapped miners back to the surface, the Chilean government launched 3 simultaneous rescue plans, Plan A, B, and C. alongside the development of a specially designed rescue capsule known as the Phoenix. In the end, only one plan succeeded, but the story of sheer willpower, engineering prowess, and human solidarity became an everlasting symbol of resilience. Plan A employed the 28-ton Strata 950 drill, which aimed to create a vertical shaft 702 meters deep. However, the drilling was slow and complicated by difficult geological conditions, ultimately causing significant delays. Plan C used the Rig 421 oil drill, set at an 85 Dufour angle, but its equipment struggled against the mine's hard rock and required constant adjustments, slowing progress. Neither plan met the deadline. Plan B succeeded first. Plan B utilized the Schramm Tone 130 XD, an air-powered drill with a proven track record in the 2002 Quick Creek mine rescue. It operated at an 82 Dufour angle and was known for being lightweight, fast, and precise. The drill began on August 30th, 2010, aiming for depths between 622 and 700 meters. It started with a 30-centimeter wide pilot hole, which was later widened to 66 centimeters. Thanks to advanced technology and efficient operation, Plan B's drill broke through to the miners' shelter on October 9, 2010, making it the first fully completed escape tunnel. Engineers reinforced certain sections with steel piping to ensure safety, and Plan B's shaft became the sole path used to lower the rescue capsule and bring the miners back up. Its success lay in its superior drilling speed and adaptability to the harsh geology. To execute the extraction, the Chilean Navy, with input from NASA, designed and built 3 Phoenix rescue capsules, Phoenix 2, all tailored to pass through Plan B's 66-centimeter wide shaft. Only one of these capsules would carry the miners to freedom. As the darkness of the Atacama Desert blanketed Camp Hope, the rescue operation to retrieve the 33 miners from 700 meters underground began at 11:55 p.m. local time on October 12, 2010. After Plan B's shaft was completed and Phoenix 2 had passed its 622-meter test run, rescue workers were sent down to provide medical checks, assistance, and instruction. The miners were divided into 3 groups. The healthiest would ascend first, the most fragile in the middle, and the rest at the end. Each miner was equipped with special clothing, dark sunglasses to protect their eyes after weeks in darkness, and biometric devices to monitor heart rate, breathing, and blood pressure. The rescue mission began with 31-year-old Florencio Avalos, the first miner to reach the surface at 12:10 a.m. on October 13th. After a 16-minute ride in Phoenix 2, he was greeted with cheers by President Sebastián Piñera and his family. Each Phoenix 2 trip took 15 to 20 minutes and was filled with emotional moments. In 22 hours, Phoenix 2 completed 39 journeys, safely rescuing all 33 miners and 6 rescue personnel. The final moment came at 9:55 p.m. on the 13th of October, when 54-year-old shift foreman and de facto captain Luis Urzua, who had kept morale alive for 69 grueling days, emerged from the earth. Embracing President Piñera, he declared, "We have done the impossible." Cheers erupted across the globe as the deepest and longest mine rescue in history came to a miraculous close proof of unyielding will, unity, and the power of human ingenuity. As the glow of the operation faded, attention turned to the future of the San José Mine. This copper and gold mine, operational since 1889 and once a lifeline for hundreds of workers, was riddled with risk. Between 2003 and 2010, at least 3 fatalities had occurred there, including a geologist in 2007, which had led to a temporary closure. After the 2010 collapse, President Piñera announced that the mine would not reopen until proper safety standards were guaranteed. As of 2025, the San José Mine remains closed. Its aging tunnels now lie in silence, covered in desert dust, a solemn monument to both tragedy and triumph. And yet, the San José Mine is not just a memory of tragedy. It has become a symbol of hope and rebirth. The area around the mine, especially Camp Hope, has been preserved as a memorial site, drawing visitors from around the world who wish to learn about the 2010 miracle. The story of the 33 miners has been immortalized through the film The 33 in 2015, along with countless books, articles, and documentaries. Though the sounds of drills have long since faded, the San José Mine lives on in the hearts of the Chilean people, a powerful reminder of the value of life, the dangers of the mining industry, and the critical importance of workplace safety. To humanity, it stands as the place where a miracle happened, where light pierced through the deepest darkness, and hope burned brighter than fear. It is forever etched into the history books as a testament to courage, unity, and resilience. So now imagine this. If you were one of the miners, would you have had the strength to survive and rise back to the surface? Share your thoughts in the comments below.